Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Gluttons for Geekdom Live. Rocky start, but let's get through that. I am Nick James, and today we're going to be talking about Guardians of the Galaxy. If you've been keeping up, you've been noticing my t-shirts and my hats have been changing. Unfortunately, I do not own any Guardians of the Galaxy merch, so I could not do that. But has anybody noticed, right here, there's been a baby Groot this whole time, so I hope that counts. Look at how great that is. And then you can actually like pot stuff in there. That's not pot though. So we'll put him back where he belongs. So let's get right into it. So first and foremost, this will be about the Guardians of the Galaxy, the cinematic version, the one done by James Gunn that was released in 2014. I'm not going to go into the comics because there's a pre and post age. One started in '08. Before that, there is the original, and it's a little convoluted. I can put some links for people to read of what I've tried to do for reading up for this, if you want. If not, sit back, relax. The Guardians of the Galaxy cinematic. Like I said, 2014, James Gunn. Let's start off by saying his brother, Sean Gunn, is actually in the movie and plays Kraglin, who is Yondu's right-hand man. He wants to eat Quill all the time, and Yondu is played by Michael Rooker. Also, and I can't really show you yet, but Sean Gunn played the on-set Rocket Raccoon. So that means Bradley Cooper did the voice, but on set, this man would bend and have his legs up to here, but on the ground because I can't bend, and would scoot and walk next to people, so they would have a place to look at Rocket Raccoon. And then there's this also really funny thing. If you look at the making, you see Dave Bautista sitting there stroking Sean Gunn's head. That is the name of James Gunn's brother. That's James Gunn. And if you don't know Sean Gunn from Gilmore Girls, then where have you guys been? Gilmore Girls, come on. Chris Pratt is another big part in this. This is his second action movie of that year. He got Jurassic World, and that's another big blockbuster. Now he is the guy to watch. Super buff for this. He ended up losing 60 pounds in 5 months to play it. I think it was something like that. And James Gunn was so impressed with him that he said, "You don't even have to lose the weight. We can digitally put some stuff on. Don't worry about it." But he said, "No, I'll see your 50 pounds," and he actually lost an extra 10. Good on him. Zoe Saldana. This is her third time being an alien, or is she human in Star Trek? But being in the alien planet, and then she was a blue cat in the Avatar movies. Sup, Lauren? Chris was born for the role. Yes, sir, he was. He does it quite beautifully, playing Peter Quill. Shout out, Lawrence. Thank you, sir. Zoe Saldana, go back. She was a blue cat person. She was in this, and now she was also in Star Trek as Lieutenant Uhura, who I guess is gotta be. He's great. Yeah, thanks, Joanna. Zoe Saldana. Sorry, I'm going to keep going back. But I like freaking live comments. Keep them coming. But as I go in and out, that's what's happening. So tune in live, 4:30s, Tuesdays, Saturdays, to get on this boat that Lawrence and Johanna are on. Dave Bautista, who is actually more famous to be a wrestler, when he got this role, he cried, and rightfully so, because he was so happy, If you get a role in a Marvel movie, I mean, that's just, you're printing money at that point, because they have the sequel coming out, and he nails that role. One of my favorite all-time lines is, when Rocket is explaining to Peter, he doesn't understand sarcasm. All of your references are going to go over his head, and he goes, "Nothing will go over my head. My reflexes are too fast that I would catch it." I mean, he plays that the whole time through, and then in the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, we get that end scene where, well, we'll talk about that in a second, but his literalism during it is great, and he plays it great. I'm happy he cried. That means he loved it. He immediately started acting lessons right for it. He got in better shape. I mean, he is Drax the Destroyer. He is awesome. Like I said, Bradley Cooper did the voice for it. Nothing was really too found on him. He said that he got paid more to do this role than he was paid in The Hangover or Silver Linings Playbook, just to sit in a room, and now we're all standing. We're all standing around like a bunch of idiots. So, I don't know. Like I said, Chris Pratt lost all the weight. Zoe Saldana was like, "Oh yeah, I love doing this kind of stuff." Dave Bautista cried. Vin Diesel said, "I am Groot" over 1,000 times in several languages, not to exclude Russian, Spanish, Mandarin, French, and of course English, because he wanted his voice in all of it. And that was just a short list. There was others. I didn't have time to write them all down. Bradley Cooper, not to call him out, I don't know the dude, but he just kind of seemed like they paid me. Alright, glad you had fun as Rocket Raccoon. What you got, Lawrence? I like Guardians of the Galaxy then. Any other comic ensemble? Yeah, I mean, other than that, we'll stick in the Marvel verse for them because we don't want to piss off the other guys. I do. If I had to choose between another Avengers movie or Guardians 2, I'm more excited to see Guardians 2. I can't wait for that. interaction to come through, and I can't wait for more of the cast to come through. Because, like I said, I went through the big dogs who played the Guardians, if you will, but it was awesome because you got John C. Reilly showed up, didn't see him coming, and hey, look, it's Star Prince, and he's got a code name, and he's funny, but he's serious too, because at the end it's him being, and excuse my language if you don't like the D word, but I'm about to say it. He's like, I don't think anybody could be 100% dick, man. Like, it's freaking, he plays the funny yet serious, and the ma'am who I'm referring to is then played by Glenn Close, who's another big freaking pull for this. Like, Glenn Close is in Guardians of the Galaxy. Who would have freaking put money down on that? And then, of course, we get the awesome scene in the middle that gives us the space infinity gem, or I think they're calling them stones for this. Benicio del Toro, excuse me. He's in it, and he's beautiful. It's so freaking weird. He does it so well. And spoilers, if you haven't seen it, the all the way end credit scene with freaking Howard the Duck. Who the hell saw that coming, too? And just another little work it in there. That dog with the breathing apparatus, the spacesuit on, he is actually an original Guardians of the Galaxy. I think it's something silly like Pluto, the Astro Dog, or whatever it is. I didn't really look it up, but I do know. In that scene, let's break that down for a little bit. When we are in the Collector's Collection, there are said to be so many Easter eggs. We saw little slithers from his movie Slither. We saw dark elves. What else did we see? Let me know down. Howard the Duck we found out was there. And in all of this, people are calling out James Gunn on Twitter, and he's responding to like, yeah, these are all Easter eggs. But apparently there's one in the entire film that's still not been called out. And he's like, I'm not going to tell you if you don't figure it out. So I hope somebody figures it out soon, because I really want to figure out what the final Easter egg is. There's people who just go through them, and I don't really know what's left for them. Howard the Duck. Yeah, no, all the way at the very end there, Lawrence. It's Howard the Duck, and Cosmo, the astronaut dog, comes up, and he's licking the collector's face, and he's sitting there with a martini. He's like, ew, why do you let him kiss you like that? And it's actually voiced by Seth Green. So there's a lot of crossings of Nerdverse there. Yeah, Howard the Duck's in the very end. Their post-credit scene wasn't anything leading further to the Marvel. It was just Howard the Duck for the sake of being Howard the Duck. Last thing I want to talk about, before we talk about, the last thing actually, excuse me, Guardians of the Galaxy has the second best soundtrack. I only give Dazed and Confused above it just by a little bit, but they actually share a lot of the same songs. Awesome Mix Volume Number 1 is one of the best songs, or one of the best albums ever. And another piece of fact for you, it was number 1 on the charts without having an original song. Most songs or most soundtracks for movies do have songs that you hear that are popular, but they at least have one original to it. This was one of the first movies to come in and get number 1. I think Deadpool, no, because they have the Deadpool rap in that. That's an original song for that, so that won't cut it in the same category. If you don't have it, get it. I want Volume 2 to come out, and with Volume 2, let's talk about May 5th of this year, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I am Groot, pushing the button, stole everybody's heart, and like I was talking about Dave Bautista, we get the first appearance of Mantis in there. Like I said, I'm not going to go too far into the comics, let's not worry about that right now. But Mantis is the chick at the end, and she's got the cool eyes and the things, and you have great feelings sexually for that girl. And Dave Bautista does, she just told your most embarrassing thing, that must have been so... That's one of the greatest things to ever happen. Between that and the I Am Groot, the little baby guy just thinking that he's going to push the button. I think they gave us 2 scene stealers, and I think they did that strategically, and I'm going to call this right now. I bet Doctor Strange is going to be in this movie for 1 second. I bet a sling ring portal will open up out of nowhere, and he's just going to go, oh, I didn't mean to be here. Because I think there's got to be some weird tie-in. Like, they can't just bring him in just for Infinity Gauntlet. Unless we're going to see, like, Planet Hulk. Maybe they'll pass by that. That just came to me. That actually makes more sense. But I still hope the sling ring thing happens, because I love watching that stuff. If not, go back to our earlier videos. You could see me dressed like an idiot in a blue shirt and a red freaking robe trying to pretend. It's awesome. So, a little bit of weekly cleanup right now. Tuesday through Friday, 4:30, we have Gluttons for Geekdom live, what you're watching right now. Saturday mornings, we have Smack, the Saturday Morning Animation Congregation, which is just this, at a different time, fancier name, and all we do is talk about cartoons. Write in what cartoons you would like to see. That would be great. Sundays are going to be our Podbean / iTunes / YouTube podcast drop. So that's just going to leave Mondays, no Gluttons for Stuff Mondays. This Sunday, a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle podcast will drop. Like I said, Podbean, iTunes, and we're going to get it up on YouTube right after it drops. That might take another little bit. Saturday morning tomorrow is Friday, so no, join us back 4:30 tomorrow. Thank you guys. This has been Guardians of the Galaxy Talk with Nick on Gluttons for Geekdom. Have a good... Oh, wait. Oh, we got more people. Hold on. Let's actually go back. Congratulations. This is my most commented video on videos. Thank you guys for giving me all of these comments. Johanna Boop, that would be great. I'll hold it to you. Doctor Strange appearance. Yes. Awesome. Thank you guys for commenting in. Now this is my most commented video. Gluttons for Geekdom live.